attack. I think it's very good to spam B in terms of the Omen Flash, getting over towards B, securing a plant. I think you can make a good comp that kind of exploits Pearl at the moment. Right, FURIA, defense, T1, attack, insta, wall, insta, orb, recon over towards here. No one gets spotted from it as well. Because the recon spotted no one, we're going to have two people holding over towards here even though there is the wall. We get a pretty good pause set up and then we can have a rotate.
Too is you left DGs in here in this position if it is a late push towards B.
Nice shot.
T1 is starting. That's such a good shot from DGs in.
And the setup was gorgeous.
Just over top of the wall, giving himself a little bit of a sliver of an angle. That wall can be deeper to completely block that, but leaving it open on purpose.
Wall is still up.
I think Mimi on the desk right there really wanted to mull
Viper's just going to be playing to fullback, I'm pretty sure.
In this comp for T1, and they are starting on attack, so it really does have to be coordinated.
That's going to go and hit no one, so they should be able to just force all the way up to the site. What's the timing on the molly?
Oh, shock molly, barely. But
where's the molly for the kill?
That's a lot of time where the rotate is coming in.
That's so much time.
He has to fight. They might not get this down entirely.
Carpe's shots onto MW Zera. Secures one.
Keep an eye on DG's
Fighting screens, I like this idea.
Spike's still not planted. Zeta now trying to get it down as Carpe was trying to take some
okay,
space.
Sire player has to go huge to win this one. Keep an eye on DG's in, but
the mission was accomplished. But you're only halfway there.
Saya has to go.
Now Saya has to try to keep this thing alive long enough for it to go down, and every single shot goes wide. QCK gets 3 on the round.
QCK gonna get the defuse, picked up
and now he's gonna get
the orb over towards B, and got all of the kills. So that's 5. That is an early potential res that we're gonna see online as well. So
as a plan, but obviously it's such a big
we'll
tool.
keep an eye on that.
And they seem to care about it enough to intentionally get him that orb early.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think in that case, you're just putting the wall up. You might as well take it. You're under no threat, really, unless Saya like updrafts or something like that. But you have DGs in to hold you there. And I think this is where you're going to start to see some frustration form on the players of T1. You just saw it right there. Because you just couldn't get the plant down.
Okay.
Remember the series that we saw on Icebox?
Chat, they might have owned them. They honestly might have owned them. They force, and over towards FURIA, we're going really light. Really light on this one. 3 pistols.
Right now,
T1 have the better buy going into this.
Full specters, or full singers, excuse me, while the rest of FURIA still has 3 pistols to work with.
That's actually
yep.
ridiculous. I mean, this is taking a lot of shortcuts. You would think maybe there's 2 rifles, and then the rest are pistols like a Na'Vi does, but...
Yeah.
Okay, so one needs to break this drone before it sees the Sage.
And honestly, I kind of like it against what
I'm a bit worried for QCK at the moment. Who is breaking this? Someone needs to break this. Oh boy.
Pistols are really weak though.
And they should know at this point. They heard a couple of Spectres go off.
It's a team flash, chat. It's a team flash. Holy hell, it couldn't have been any worse.
That was a team flash.
QCK, huge though. Huge to get 2 there. Helped out. Definitely helped out with the team flash.
They try to peek together.
Okay, Carp has to 1 on 2. Was a 1 on 3, gets into a 1 on 2. Might struggle to plant.
He's weak, but he does have the spike. And he has a little bit of room to work with.
26 HP.
Not landing.
Oh, it's only a ghost now. This is where things get really hairy. 26 HP, but
not off the road.
Oh, the Spectre. He just picked it up. Swap to it too.
Oh, hey, nice. FURIA gonna have a lot of econ going into this. They win the round when they had 3 pistols against the Stingers. Ah, damn, this is the flash. That's a nice replay. Look at it. Just so gutting. Actually just went over the top. Right, it just hit. It was like here, but like the wall was like this. So the vision was just still there when he was on the rope. So, yeah.
See what the buy looks like for T1. I can't imagine it's very good.
Yeah, we actually revamped the Discord, so the Discord's looking pretty good at the moment. I need to start using it more.
Instead, he's got the op right now, trained onto Zeta's
they
position.
get the op out.
And we saw
full buy into this one. Let's see how much money we can stack up. I'm really worried for T1 at the moment.
Not only was it really good against the Stinger force,
yeah, FURIA did really good on the Discord.
Not taking super risks. There would have been 3 players right now who could have completely invested. Both QCK and Khalil, who right now have to only invest Spectres, but That bank is going to build up and potentially
Oh boy.
Up in this too.
He didn't see his foot.
Gonna be good for it.
If Sai is wise to it and checks, just narrowly missing the shot.
Yeah, Sai player didn't realize just how much he had owned it.
Banged him. One shot through the wall.
Straight up wall bang.
It's not easy to get up wall bangs, but there you go. DJZin is a monster right now.
And dude, you kind of think about again, they're forcing the previous
Okay, wall
round.
goes down. Again, they're gonna have such a rough time planning with the no Sage.
Right now, so
we've already seen it a little bit over towards A, but B is definitely the one where they have the hardest time, especially when this rotate starts coming in.
Towards it. DJZin still on that angle. He knows A is clear right now. The orb right now too.
A little bit bold, definitely a little bit too bold for QCK here.
Bold, man.
Yep.
Peeking through the wall to try to deal with the aggression.
They're gonna get the plant out as well. Any Viper mollies? Viper molly's good to at least chunk some damage. Kill from the Viper molly as well. Just some body shots coming in. T1, not too bad in terms of this one. Can they get any more kills? Yeah, I was gonna say there's a chance here.
Carpe in an unwinnable, impossible situation.
Nice jet smoke. To be honest with you, that jet smoke was kind of unreal. Just against the wall, so when he faced, he was just fully in it. Legs showing. That was nice. Good run from FURIA in the end. T1 pretty happy with this. They did manage to stack some orbs over towards Carpe, so he gets his ult after he died here as well. So they at least have an ult to help him into this big buy round. But yeah, I'm really worried straight up, just from what I've seen.
That's free. I didn't realize
that second round was very important for them to win. We have res. Carpe has his ult, but MW0 has his ult as well.
And you got the Hunter Fury for Carpe too.
These ops are not going to duel off bat. I think Saya wants to take it too, DJZin, but he's not over towards A. This time he's over towards the top of yellow, and yeah, he misses the shot. Was it shoulder peak? Tough to hit. It's the same angle from pistol.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh.
Just way deeper.
And I wondered here how they chose to go about this. I thought Sai would rotate over.
Jet's still holding here, so they broke a little segment of the wall, but again, Jet's still holding, and it's like the wall's in front of the Viper. The Viper wall, so they're going to be able to see this the whole time. So Jet can hold here, this way can have free person over towards here. Late push from QCK in terms of middle.
But he is now getting ready to not only hold mid with QCK, but getting ready to use the ult to deny the plant and hope for a flood from his teammates. T1 is so cautious right now. They're falling both off of B.
Yeah, look, dude, we're everywhere at the moment. Yeah, very indecisive. A call hasn't been made for a while here, and now we call to go over towards A, but we're faking B with...
I mean, they haven't spotted the op yet.
With the Sova, potentially an ult, if they tag someone with the drone. It's looking like it's gonna work though. We do get to rotate out. They see the drone, heavy rotate.
And for the first time in what feels like the entire
it's an important duel as well, Kate. T1 looking great into this round.
Maybe enough to delay. Look, 15 seconds left. The spike has not been planted, and it just falls. Zayna does too. The res
goes in. They manage to ult to stop the res that comes in. Oh my goodness. Just managed to get the plant down though. Turns into a 2-on-2. 2-on-1. Holy hell, this is fast. So much is going on right now.
It's gonna have to be outrageous. He's got Saya right above him. Carpe spotted the shots land, but the first ones go a bit
oh my goodness, that was kind of mad. There was a lot of ults going in at the same time. Definitely nice from T1. Their end plan, right? They looked a little bit indecisive, but actually the drone over towards B caused 3 people to rotate, and that worked very well. Munchkin got a few important kills. There was an important ult going in terms of Carpe. Yeah, this was manic though.
Knife for a second to try to dodge, and that almost got him killed. This was a big ult from Carpe.
Wow.
Okay. Following up the ult and the trajectory where that player is going, that is beautiful stuff from Carpe.
Yep.
And while yes, there was
straight back into this one in terms of the econ.
It clearly didn't matter.
Might be a swing round.
Yeah,
looking like it. Okay, huge round in terms of the impact of this one. FURIA could get a really good lead, or we get pretty much a closer 3-3.
Saya's working B, swapping it up.
Jet ult is out.
Ooh. Oh, op shot misses. The blades do initially too.
Yeah, QCK manages to bail him out. No kill for the Jet itself, so that's the Jet knives out, and the only backup gun is the shorty, so this becomes a little bit weird. Does have double smoke to try and make this work somehow. So Jet pretty much just needs to stay alive, to be honest with you.
Normally this would be where T1 would have the Sage res, but
Has switched over towards a Classic, so that's good.
That would have been easy to get back up into the advantage situation, kind of waste the utility and space. That, oh, is this another situation where QCK did not spot the op?
Gotta be careful here.
Attack knife clears back. Yep.
Oh, QCK gets 2 there.
The wall goes up.
He
just spams as they cross over to yellow and hits them both.
It's a phantom spray. So many kills through smoke.
And they knew where he was. He had been spotted.
That's how they die on the all-important swing rounds. Oh my goodness. GG's in. Gets a trade with the Classic. Picks up a normal gun as well. 1v4 for Saya. Does have ult. 12 seconds.
10 seconds left.
Oh my goodness. What are these shots into this round? Chat, give me this replay. Literally, wall goes up. He just spams. And he gets 2. Madness. Let's see it.
And it's been a reset. Saya can drop a Vandal. And they can go for knives, they can go for a force, but I don't think they're going to choose to do so. There's too many players who are low money. Here's the first kill from QCK, and then
look at that.
Holy smokes, man.
I mean, that was...
yeah, what can you do? What can you actually do?
I know we're seeing
sometimes it just be like that, and it's not meant to be. Eco going in, straight up full eco, just a bit of util getting bored on top of this. We do have Saya players. Oh, that's why we, nice combo. That's why we have the armor invested as well. So, can Saya player win? I mean, can he do anything? They need some kind of solo play to help them get back into this. It's feeling like this might be the chance. Nice flash to push him off.
It's also so well known that it's tough to find value.
Oh, he might be good for one here.
Munchkin's 1 point away from having the pit to work with, but DG's in. Shorty done.
That was their chance into it. The backup Shorty comes in.
And they had a shot there, but it had to be off of side.
I know what's getting spammed right now.
And the plan just kind of falls
yep,
apart
this
here.
one's really rough. They do have a person over towards site.
I mean, if you need proof, that folks right there is why you buy a Shorty as your secondary.
Once this plant goes in, it's going to be really rough.
And they know they have space on the A side.
Yeah, the combo over towards Ram looked nice. I saw an NA team do it a while back.
And that's for good reason. I want to give up anything.
Fade away Shorty not landing, but Mazine swings around.
Nice clean up.
Oh
boy, 5-1. Everyone surviving. 3,000 on top of this. One person has to rebuy armor. That's it. Great round for them in terms of the eco. No damage done, really.
Sai just used his knife, by the way. So another round and all of a sudden.
Damn, nice reactional. Nice reactional play. Mazin actually helped out a lot there. I didn't realize he did a good amount of damage to make sure that the Shorty got the first kill and cleaned up as well. T1 pause, do you reckon? Yeah.
Not feeling safe on the backside of that site. But I mean, they don't have a Sage. You can't really feel safe in so many different situations. And honestly, FURIA is giving them space. And that one, sure, it was T1 who forced them to give up the space. But you saw him pistol round on second round as well. They're able to deny the plans.
You pulled a Doug.
The games have been very one-sided today. Yeah, honestly, I think that's a fair statement.
Setups that they've been spreading all around. The KJ setup as well. Gotta find answers. And it's not going to be just from gimmicks.
T1 have a chance still to bring this back, but yeah, it does look like a struggle. FURIA looking pretty impressive though. The thing is, both the games today, I feel like Fnatic, again, super impressive. FURIA are impressing me a lot. Which region league will I cover? I'm going to try and do as much as I can on EMEA and NA. And then in terms of, like, that, they're going to be live watch parties, hopefully. And then APAC stuff, I'm going to try and just watch VODs on the days off. So maybe like streams in the day before the actual live games, and I just watch like the games before, just VOD review best of threes for like the closer kind of games from APAC. So roughly all of them, but like more in depth EMEA and NA. That's the plan anyway. That's a lot, yeah, dude. That's how we do it.
T1 just took the tack.
That's how we do it. And again, Chad, like if I want to ever come back to coaching, like I want to just, this is how you improve. You watch, you learn, you get stuff. Like, it's all so much you learn from watching. So it's I enjoy doing this at the moment. I love it so much, and it will help build for my future. So it's a win-win for me.
Very quickly, folks, I am getting an update on what's going on. There is a tech pause because I've just been informed that an exploit was used in one of the rounds. So we're getting info and we're getting it to you as soon as we get it. But it seems like there will be a round that will be removed from the scoreboard as a penalty for the exploit that was used. So again, we're getting you info as we get it.
What do you reckon? Viper Molly onto Viper Molly onto Viper Molly?
There has been an exploit that was used in one of these rounds, and the round will be removed from the scoreboard as a penalty for the exploit that was used.
Okay, chat. We'll keep up to date with this, see what it is. Let's get some spam for XOZ. Thank you so much. 5 gifted, chat. 260 gifted altogether. We're just hitting mad numbers from you, XOZ. I can't fathom it. It's crazy. 5 gifted, Tetrix, Naota, Bears, Fem, and Lassie _ Mango. Welcome into the Slug Club. XOZ, as always, thank you so much. Yeah, let's wait and see what the exploit is. I reckon it was
that round that they won Carpe with the ults. Those are the type of flashes that
the Viper Molly thing got patched. Is that chat? Is that true? Janine Sarah as well, thank you so much. Chat, let's get another spam. A Slug approves in for an extra gifted. Venom, wow, welcome into the Slug Club as well. That got patched, interesting. Then what on earth was the exploit?
You're down 4 rounds here, elimination map, and you've seen their offensive approach throughout this series. It's generally not aggressive.
Bugged Viper Wall? Who are they talking to?
More reserved initially, defaulting, trying to take space, trying to get information, draw out utility from your opponents, and then you go.
Yep.
Do you, off of this extended timeout, are you looking for a fast, aggressive hit? Do you trust Saya to take space and flood behind him, or what are you calling here?
I think I'm sticking with the default. I'm trying to figure
Pansy,
out
you must have something. You must have something for us.
I'm trying to figure out where that is, and then I'm still pressuring into mid. And then once we find it, go to the other place.
The CT Molly. Is this the one that they're putting on the site itself? The box?
That's not the type of thing that I'm looking for. That's trying to target down the op.
Is this the site itself? Because at least when I was watching it, I'm going to draw the site again. So this is 410. Right, this is jump up box. This is Jenny. I saw a Molly that was here, and then when we went to overview, I couldn't see it. So maybe it's like underneath it or something.
I just turned around.
Very cool.
That's the only thing that I can kind of think of. There's a Molly on B that you can throw into the wall, but you can break that. So you talk about the one that's in the crack. Technically, you can break that. So I'm not sure that's actually a thing.
Make sure you have presence watching it. And continue to just fall back.
There's one here.
Fall back when you see pressure on the A side.
Yeah, chat. I think you're right in terms of the Killjoy Molly.
For you all at home who are watching, waiting to figure out what's going on. Sounds like there is still deliberation.
Bacon, you might, yeah, Bacon, you probably know more. Which ones are illegal, Bacon? Wait, the one on B is illegal even though you can break it?
But again, if you are just tuning in and figuring out what's going on, we're being told that there was an exploit used in one of the rounds, and because of that, there is a penalty that will be applied to the score. One of the rounds will be taken off of the scoreboard as soon as
the B one's illegal, but it fits in with their rules because you can break it, unless they're doing it like really deep, I guess. But
deliberation taking place on an elimination map, and I mean, the story is it's just incredible. The drama built into this script is just so.
Chat, I didn't see the B Molly though, so it must be one over towards A. It could be the one on jump.
There's always one.
It could be the one. I have to draw the site again. Why did I get rid of it? It could be the one here.
But yeah, as I think
this
back
one,
on what you were just
right, that goes in the little crack here.
Away from the op and then really aggressively take some space, execute hard. Once you figure out where the weakness is, the weakness being moving away from DJ.
Pretty sure Furia must have used it.
A perfectly good area to try to exploit.
I'm guessing.
You have some room to work with
they were the ones. They were the ones with the most contact in terms of admin talking. The admin was talking to whoever this is. What arm is this? Killjoy?
Set him up to the maximum degree. I want to see him avoid opping on this attacking side. I want to see him
that's
dashing his
QCK.
smoke with a dart and a flash to come out of it. Those types of things. Like pushing into Snowman. And maybe the problem has been stemming from there earlier. I'm not sure, but that's the type of thing I want to see Saya be able to be set up for. And because I know Zed is such a good initiator player. And we've seen Carpet be able to be in that type of role.
That's a good mustache. That was a good mustache right there.
You got to point out every single one,
huh? Yeah, man. Folks, I have some updates. I have some news. For all of you who have been waiting, I am being told that an illegal Killjoy Molly was placed by FURIA, and it was well within the rulebook, so they knew that it was not a Molly that should have been placed. It was placed anyway. Because of that, a round will be removed from FURIA's score. So we're going to get you all back into action. The score is 1-4 in favor of FURIA. A round will be taken away from FURIA because of an exploit. A Killjoy Molly was used where it should not have been used, and that is the reason for the penalty. I lied to you. I lied to you. Sorry, this is coming in hot. The mail's hot off the press. It is not going to be a round taken away from FURIA. It's a round that's going to be given to T1.
Okay.
And that's how Competitive Ops is going to be rectifying, again, the penalty for the Molly used that should not have been used.
Yeah. Interesting. I mean, that changes a lot right now.
Absolutely.
Especially how the economy stands. Because T1 has an opportunity now to snowball back in the opposite direction.
Okay.
I don't want to speculate on what it was, because I just have no clue.
Fem ___ with the gifted. Thank you so much. Chat, they must have been getting warnings then, at least, for it to be that drastic.
The score is now 5-2, still in favor of FURIA, but a round was given to T1 because of the Molly exploit.
Yeah, usually there's invisible mollies, right, that you can't see. Those are the type of things. Sometimes unbreakable ones.
Right.
Those are the types of bugs that you try to avoid. But either way, I have no clue where it's going to be on the map, that sort of thing. So.
Right. Either way, huge thanks to everyone who's working behind the scenes to get this figured out and back.
Yeah, at least when at least when we had to do this, pretty much no joke. What would have to happen is Bacon would record all of the hard stuff that was slightly dodgy that could be considered a bug, and then you send it into the admin team. And the admin team will go, yes, bug, no bug, yes, bug, no bug, etc.
It's been a little while, so at this point I forgot what the economy is. But
maybe they knew prior that it was a bug, and then maybe the information didn't get laid to the Killjoy. I'm not sure. You still do this, Bacan? Yeah.
And also, you got to think the mentality for T1 as well.
They have some like strict rules in terms of their Killjoy. Chat, you know the normal Killjoy molly that you would go under heaven in terms of ascent. You couldn't. There was a rule where you couldn't left click it in, right? Because it would go too deep, and it wasn't able to be shot. But you could right click it, so it's on the edge, so it could be shot. Like the rules are like pretty.
You know, I did see for Saya.
It's pretty thin.
He's not the IGL on this team, but he is a leadership figure. We saw him at the beginning of the game, walking around, making sure everybody's comfortable. All of his players, fist bumping them down the line, right before getting into it. And it's just, in general, both him and Zeta, such easy people to play around.
No one else does this, Bacan? It's only us?
I mean, easy players.
Maybe.
Of course, yeah.
Maybe.
All right, folks.
Okay, so that was on the original rule set.
Very quick break, just 2 minutes as we reset the game and get back into the action. So don't go too far. Stick with us. We're going to get through this break. We're going to get back into the action. We'll be right back, friends.
Okay, chat. I'm going to spam ads on this. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not missing an opportunity. We're doing it all. This is how I roll. I apologize. What is this, Bacan? Okay, so it's the one on default, right? It's, okay. What am I doing, chat? What am I doing? Why am I just drawing this up? Okay, so it's this one here, chat. Here. You have a... Basically, there's a little line at the back that you can molly into. I'm running ads, Pansy. They're going. Oh, I'm just sticking to the rules, Bacan. I'm just sticking to some rules. I'm just a rule abider. That's all I'm saying. Too busy showing ads. So yeah, this is the bugged molly, little gap at the back here.
We should be getting back into the action.
So it goes inside,
if you missed it,
and then it can't be broken.
It's probably all over Twitter and Reddit at this point, but if for some reason you missed it, and you've been under a rock for the last 5 minutes, a molly exploit was used by Killjoy. It was a known exploit. It should not have been used by FURIA, and because of that, a round has been awarded to T1. So the score is now 5-2. The game has been reset, and we should be joining back into the action here very, very shortly. I'm Doug, and with me is my dear friend Bala.
5-2. Okay, it's not too bad. At one point, I thought they were taking a round off the man, giving it to the other. That one, that felt brutal. This, sure.
They kind of brought upon themselves. They look good.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's so many instances of them just dominating on retake,
you can't shoot it, I'm pretty sure. It like falls down. It falls down the little gap where these two are connected.
That FURIA is bringing towards this competition.
And then you can't shoot it.
And T1 needs to find an answer. They need to find one fast.
It's 2-4. Oh, so they did take a round off.
It's a win for the game to get back in right now. And I've been talking about.
No, I thought they were just adding. I thought they were just giving them a round.
So many. Especially about getting back.
Yeah, it's 2-5. Chat, they just give them a round. That's it. T1 just get around.
Before you start swinging a sight. And finding ways to get safely down that plant to replace the Sage.
It is certainly a unique approach to the map. I'm also
Why does that make no sense? It was 5-1. Instead of anything else, they just give them a round. I think that's fine. We just lose a round to watch, and they just get a freebie.
Yeah.
And once they get info on what it is that's exactly gone on, I'm very curious.
Yeah, but then they lose a round and it has way more impact.
Oh, yes.
I think this is fine.
I mean, look, I'm pretty sure I just heard them receive the news inside of the audience, and there was a slight boo for a second.
I saw some thumb downs. Saw those.
And I'm telling you.
Yeah, we're going to get to play 11 rounds, pretty much that.
Turn into a massive boon for FURIA.
You just kind of wonder as we go through something like this, and it's just so uncommon of a situation that you have to consider really every dynamic, right? The crowd,
I don't think that's too bad, chat.
Individually, what's going through their minds with the molly exploit, the fact that T1 now have just gotten perhaps a second lease on life that they didn't have otherwise. You kind of think, okay, we're just down 3 rounds here now. We can easily 6.
Yeah, exactly that. It's a penalty. It's not compensation. Yeah, I agree with that.
Sure, yeah.
It's just like a sure. You just lose the next round.
Okay. We don't need that.
Right.
I mean, to me, I'm thinking back to that Vivo Keed series against
You're taking us back.
Ascend back in 2021. No, I mean, sure, okay, it's a Brazilian team. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying that that team came out super hungry.
Yeah,
MW Zera was on that team.
Yep.
This is wild.
So many nuances at play here. It's just so interesting to see how these players are going to respond. I mean, even with that, the crowd still looks very lively. You still have the Thunder 6 popping off, so perhaps not.
I mean, what else are you going to do right now?
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. I feel like this is where signs come into play.
Depends if it made a difference or not.
Right? Crowd signs?
We've had a few, man. Remember the MVP sign?
Yeah, that's true.
Plus, you can't even
you're
understand them
like going in with that theory. You're like, oh, it 100% made a difference in the round.
But, I mean, surely the drawings, right? It's just some smiley faces, some arrows. I mean, we can even get that. So what's going on right now is we are resetting the economy. for the game state so that we can get back into the action. Credits are going to be reassigned for each player accordingly, and then we will be off to the races.
Yep. And for clarity as well, when situations like this happen, you first restart, get the players back in the game, and then you assign the rounds as you want them, and then you assign the credits. So you have to go back and check, make sure everything's perfect in terms of what abilities they had.
Yeah, this would have been some brutal filling, that's true.
A massive lift in situations like this. So again, huge thanks to the production team, the competitive ops team, everyone behind the scenes getting us to do this so we can get back into the action, so we can bring you guys at home what it is you want.
Yep.
And that's more Valorant gameplay. We should be back here very
What's happening?
shortly.
Okay, so yeah, for everyone that missed it, was 5-1. There was a bug used in terms of a Killjoy molly that is unbreakable. Rule is that T1 just get around for it. Pretty much.
You had no, you must have seen it.
Or at least that's what that's what it's starting to look like. I see a 5-2 there. I think that's what's going
Credits
down.
being assigned means we're in the final stage as well. We're really close. We're in this with you guys too. Can't wait to see which type of player is going to show up. Right? Are you going to be the team that crumbles because you feel the guilt? Or are you going to be the team that that starts popping off and getting even more?
What's Ethan's tweet? Do I even want to see it?
Really
is it going to be someone using a bug against their team? This always happens.
So it's not just him, but he's able to communicate to his team the mentality that he's, from the experience that he has, to be able to bring that into his team in this situation. It's an intangible that's, I mean, really valuable, albeit difficult to measure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with MW Zera missing from every single international event last year, I really don't know how he is as a teammate, how he is as a leader, whereas Sai, I've been watching all last year. He was there in Reykjavik last year.
Dang, that's a different heart.
No, it's just a heart.
How do you do that? I'm used to this one. That one's different.
With you two, you can break the molly. I mean, yeah, KO nade would break it, but it needs to be... It's basically, I think at least the rules that they were getting to when I was coaching is that the Killjoy mollies need to be able to be shot.
Y'all sick of listening to us. Now you're actually going to have to listen to Golden Boy, Achilleos, and Mimi. I don't know if I should tell you guys you're welcome or I'm sorry, but either way, that's who you guys are stuck with. So we're going to throw it down to the desk here in just a moment to have them talk about the music, because the music's a bop, right? I seen you, GB. I see the hips moving.
He's been dancing.
Yeah, you're into it. Take it away.
Same ruling for the KO knife. Don't get me started on the KO knife.
He's gotta work those hips while he can before he breaks.
I got 5 good years left with these legs, Papa. Okay, I gotta take advantage of them while I can.
Only 5?
Only 5, Mimi. I've seen some stuff. Anyway.
That's disappointing.
It's a little disappointing. Well, while we have this extended delay, big shout out, by the way, to Doug and Bala for obviously being consummate professionals as always. Our team, of course, is looking to handle this. We'll talk about what we've seen so far.
Aren't you the econ matters the most analyst? It's fine. They got like I'm fine with it. It's got a free round.
The red flags you had,
the econ's in the same spot. Free round.
Was that you were worried about what the composition would actually do, the T1 composition, because they didn't have the Sage, they didn't have the Harbor, they didn't have the usual things that you would see.
Yeah.
And so far it's been a little hit or miss.
Composition, still not a fan. I've not loved what I've seen from T1 on the attacking side thus far. I think they've really struggled to get the plant down without this Sage. I can
Bacon, what you just described to me is a free round.
In one over towards the A site. Both times, FURIA did a great job of providing pressure with mollies and shock.
Bacon, unless you can prove to me that that molly was like the whole reason that they lost the round, then I'm so fine with this as a decision.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen even with the Harbors in the mix not having the Sage walls, that Cove is not often enough. So when you take both that and the wall out of the equation, you are so exposed to just getting torn apart as soon as you try to go for these plants. It doesn't really matter if it's the B side. B side, that's the obvious Sage wall plant spot, but we're seeing it utilized over on A Nest as well from time to time when teams do run it, which they often do. So the fact that T1 don't have this is not very good for them. They need as many rounds as they can possibly get once this game does.
Yeah, but what they're doing is they're making like a judgment call into how impactful it was.
Yeah, and you can see the limitations as
Bacon,
well,
if there was every single round that someone did a bug in this game, we would just have this. We would have this every single map. There's always bugs going on. Like, there's so many bugs in this game. It's just like, I think that's crazy.
And you can be lobbing shock darts, mollies, all sorts of utility into stall from that position, while being comparatively very, very safe. And once you delay that plant, you can just go in for a fast pre-take, which we talked about on last map. FURIA is very good at going for those coordinated fast retakes. And speaking of some of this, let's take a look at some of those rounds where they were struggling a little bit.
It's a very well-known bug. Yeah, that's why they lost the round for it. That's why the other team get gifted a free round.
You know, he's gonna get down, and you think, okay, all's well. Oh wait, no, he's getting poisoned, and then he's gonna like run back in, and he ends up getting popped. And that is the problem. You just don't have that added protection. It makes life very difficult to hold this.
It does, and you can see that pressure, right? Initially, the mollies get him off, and then FURIA just crunches in off of this. In this one, there's pressure from that Hunter's Fury coming in, so Zeta has to get off the spike and try and fight forward with his team. Also doesn't quite work out there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a puzzling one, and I really have to question what the thought process is here.
What were get the thumbnail? What were they cooking?
Maybe they'll show us something.
Give it a try. In my mind, you're like giving them too much credit.
It's not even like a
honestly.
big surprise pick realistically here in this competition. Yeah. So even if they have some cool strategies.
Bacon, you were literally around where they wanted to say that planting here was a bug. Like, you really gonna go defend that stuff?
Right? Mimi, you had a great point. The coordination's going to be important here. Yeah. But there were times as well where I forget which round it was when Saya dives into the backside, tries to put pressure on the Opper, but has no utility to like back him up from his teammates. He's literally just trying to do this on his own with Blade Storm.
I remember that round. I think it was, I don't remember the number, it doesn't really matter, but it was where an Opper was holding back yellow. You had two players playing there, and then I think Carpe actually had Sova utility, but they wanted to make a contact play to walk up and take that space, and because of that, at some point just off of a time,
we're not going to be, we can't be consistent in this game. There's so much is a bug in this game, so you can't be consistent. You lot are all doing, no, but like what you lot are doing is you're doing like perfect world stuff. We're not living in a perfect world. There's bugs in this game, and they differ from like game-changing, round-changing to not infecting the round at all. So you have to have different things for each one of those.
I will chime in on that and be a little bit more doomer, I guess.
Oh no! Wait, are you gonna be a doomer for T1?
Look, yes, because as Bala
like you're telling me, if I go into a Viper smoke, I take down the Viper smoke, I have a 0.3 second advantage. That's a bug, and the whole thing gets replayed. No, like. You lot are crazy.
Or maybe it was Munchkin. I don't remember. Either way, he pushes past the Viper wall.
Sure, you can't accidentally do it, but you can get
absolutely murdered.
Damn, I think you're crazy. I mean, you're crazy.
Oh, well, look,
go Carpe.
We're not here to end things on a happy note because.
But there's so much that is
a bug. Is that we're sending it back over to the casters, and I think we're going to be ready for the game. So, Doug and Bala, take it away. Dance away. I don't know. Do something.
Trust me, if you've seen some of the stuff that has been called bugs in this game, like that I've seen, I don't know.
Thank you, GB, for giving
I'm not in for it.
Yeah, I believe we're back. The power. And that is the good news, right? That is the good feeling.
I think sure, you should definitely have a punishment for doing what happens, right? And the punishment is fine. They lost the round. That's it. Like the other team, they lost a chance of winning a round. The other team gets a free round. It's fine. It's 5-2. So fine punishment. Didn't affect the round, so they don't lose one. But it's something that's illegal, so T1 getting around.
Pearl was very close. FURIA took advantage of that.
It wouldn't have been accidental. It just would have been like they just didn't know. They just didn't look at the rules. That's
Again, the score 5-2.
And they got punished for it. It's fine.
It looks a little different. There was an exploit. A round has been given to T1. So the score is now 5-2. They have ults they can work with, pretty considerable ones.
Let's keep going. 5-2.
Along with economy to work with.
A huge amount of time able to talk to everybody. Look, FURIA's bringing something out. Aggression towards A. That dart spot.
You can't not know about the molly, but they didn't know about the camera.
Over towards A and start to flank this push.
Well, you want to know every single bug that they like. Bacan, I think you're overestimating pro players. Bacan, you're literally in a team where we've had to describe the bugs to the players before we go on, like before we start a map. I mean, you're crazy right now. Okay, sick round from T1 at the moment. Let's see if they can get some momentum from this.
To be covering the site normally, but this one's deep inside of
the rulebook's big though in terms of the bug lists, chat. Sometimes you forget in the moment. I don't think it's that bad. They got punished for it. It's fine.
How much more can Saya player hold them back? Shots go a bit wide. QCK cleans him up.
It's
3v3 here on the round.
It's not planted inside that smoke, though.
They still have snowman control.
And Mazen has a counter ult if he wants to go for it.
And remember
yeah,
here,
I think they might not go for this at all. Money's kind of low, so they kind of actually need to save.
And there it is. Like, DG's in has so much. There's so much for him to get through.
Yeah, money an
issue. This is a really
here.
nice setup.
They're thinking about it. I love that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I want them to start getting aggressive with Saya player. Get him through that wall. Push into Snowman.
Yeah, I'm over it. It's
nice
fine. It's so fine. I'm fine with it. It's just an opinionated base thing.
You almost can't play.
I'm fine with it. They lost their chance of winning a round.
You almost can't play through mid. And unfortunately, FURIA, they had the flank opportunity. They could have gone through Garage after taking down Ban, but they went back through under tube. And then they saw it, and they're like, oh, how do we get through this?
Well, and the thing is, even if they had continued the flank through
Big
Garage,
buy
again,
in terms of
you've got
FURIA.
T1's
looking pretty good.
There's so much there. Yeah. It's just almost impossible.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure T1 just got a full 3,000 on top of it, so that's an extra thing. If that's not enough, then I don't know what is. They get an extra 3,000 free rounds. You still don't think it's enough? I think you're crazy.
Control before that Viper orb goes up.
You mentioned the counter ult from Azine, doesn't use it in the previous round, so he has that to work with now. And that is where the hit is headed. He's got to stay alive. No, he falls. Ban has the lockdown too to potentially secure this, and there it is, invested.
And MW is 3 off his ult, so not even close. Got shock darts, but no mollies to combo.
Keep an eye on the double flank.
Fell earlier.
Gets into a 4-on-4. If Kappa gets an ult, Kappa gets a kill, he gets his ult, but he's not going to be in position to do it, I don't think. A lot of this is down to the flank. Well,
yeah, but Ban
that's the kill. He does have his ult.
Literally just drop it. So that's going to give some info over, but the thing is, you don't have anything much.
Never going to feel comfy with this one, though.
He's not there to punish yet.
Oh, but he's going to be able to provide pressure from up top as well. Ban's fallen, so now they have pressure applied from all sorts of different angles. This feels so reminiscent to the Pearl round where they got surrounded on B. This time it's on A. And
damn, nicely held from those two in the end. Won out all the duels. Important duel was this one towards Heaven, right, with the 2 people flanking. So that was really nice. T1 on a bit of a comeback here.
Not moments ago, but yeah, a couple minutes ago. 5-1 it was. And with the round being awarded, it is now 5-4. I thought as well with that double flank coming in, they did net themselves 2 kills, but that's a huge round for both Zeta and Carpe. To not only deal with the pressure in front of them, of the players coming through spawn, but easily handling the flank as well.
See all smiles for T1 as the timeout comes through. This time, it is an intentional timeout by the teams.
An intentional timeout.
From FURIA, and I mean, again, the mentality for these players is something that has to be talked about. T1 get the round, they're able to capitalize on 2 quick ones. All of a sudden, you've got something cooking here.
And FURIA's both 2 approaches since then have failed, right? The aggression on A got them a kill, but it all fell apart from them, gave up way too much space on B, and T1 immediately.
Oh, it's definitely gonna hit the mental for sure. So I think this timeout's good. They can try and reset from this, but they now have the eco.
Mazen did good job to actually get a kill before trying to fall back, but then he fell.
See what their approach is and how different it is, because you're right, the last few haven't looked great. They haven't been successful.
It looks like maybe FURIA is going to be jumping up.
Push over towards A. This is the first time we're kind of going in fast middle.
Look at the buy, it's not great. Yeah, he's ulting on A. Investing it
damn,
on it.
they invest all into this round.
Doing what we saw earlier in the tournament, just going up, breaking the turret.
Dude, Saya looks out of this timeout, out of everything that's gone on, Saya looks a bit more loose. And maybe that's the key for T1. Unleash.
Knife
Saya.
close, clears everywhere. And with that kind of info, they... Oh, that doesn't reach.
So good. They didn't follow it up, it missed actually.
Wait, did it reach?
But the dart was going to scan him. I don't
yeah,
know
it's because
how
of the dart.
Khalil is not breaking that for him. There's 4 people here,
Still
though.
4 people here, so
They're
maybe the
working
Jet,
into a full
because
stack
we
right
dashed
now.
out the way,
Spike's
has to
not here,
shoot
though,
this.
so not the
Killjoy,
biggest of
okay, they kind of
risks.
know there's a few people here now.
They have the molly to deny that early plant spot. And they have to fight back yellow. The gun difference should be on full display, and it is. Zeta clearing it out.
Yeah, Zeta did great
A
here.
little 2K. Yeah, they should be able to bully their way through this.
That's clear side as well. There's not really much more to delay. They wait for the fuel to come back up. Now they're going to go for the plant. Still no Sage Wall. Remember, the darts in the back, making sure nobody's spraying through. Oh, kill down. 20 seconds, but he's nowhere near, so.
Does he have a lineup from here for mollies?
So that's the only kill they'll get.
Okay, let's see if they can do any more damage.
Probably. I have to wonder how specifically Khalil, who's the player in question about the illegal molly, is adapting, right? Was he relying on that?
Yeah, if there's a few players that have quite a few there. Oh, we gave Soulcast one.
Using safe mollies, in a sense.
Okay, fair play. Actually managed to get another kill out of this one. Not too bad. 5-5. Money's out of control. Buying for the rest of this. They do have some ults into this one. Important round for FURIA to get back into this. Killjoy ult.
Remember, it was what, 4-1? Momentum all in favor of FURIA. The crowd was fully behind it. And we're talking about an entirely different game here.
Yeah, and I have to criticize a little bit here, FURIA. The approach that they've had out of this extended pause has been gimmicky to say the least. There's been
I mean, 5 rounds is good with no Sage on attack, no matter what.
And there was the stack over towards B really early. Now they're back to old standards, right? DJ's in on the op. They've got the money flowing again. But the approach from T1 is exactly what I wanted to see out of that timeout. Try to break this turret. Okay, that smoke. He's still in a strat. And it's not exactly working out. Oh.
Khalil? Well, I thought
he was going to swing that.
Yep. Just a little bit too far back. Didn't quite have the positioning to do it.
This is real slow at the moment. This is heavy. We have a wall here. T1. Don't know about it. So the stack over towards A might work out well. Drone's going towards middle doesn't hit anything. Oh, okay. The fact they're holding so far back, they might not think that Viper's here. As we can see, Kitchen is open, so Viper's going to be pretty important to this one.
Forcing them to jump spot out of Boiler. And it leaves players like DJ's in a world of hurt.
Oh boy.
Oh, the reclear.
Massive kill. That's the res for QCK as well.
Okay, let's get some space in mid, make sure there's no flank so we can hold whatever site they go towards. But not only now, they have to cover that space, but the hold is weaker.
Carpe has a Hunter's Fury too for post playing if need be.
And that can counter the lockdown that Khalil has, so.
Yeah.
Maybe they can try to get a Hunter's Fury.
Time was just ever so off in terms of the util there. Might be good this time though. Nice.
This is what I'm talking about. No Sage, no plant.
Yeah, keep an eye on the time.
He's got nowhere.
Killjoy goes down, but they should be able to get the plant on.
Lockdown used, countered by the Hunter's Fury.
Oh, they were just not ready for this. Okay, 2v4 into a 2v3 on site. Carp is kind of low.
He's fallen. Saya player able to take him out. It's a 2v3. And it all falls onto Saya.
Well, this one's doable.
He's got time, and he's
6
got
bullets
help.
though.
6 bullets to work with.
Nice double swing.
Way too much for him to deal with.
Yeah, they managed to get another round 6-5. They're going to go pick up the op as well.
We will not let you take the lead.
And note, it is going back to what worked for them before.
Oh, absolutely.
You mentioned it, Paula.
A Sage, basically the whole thing of a Sage is you can wall like this, right? Which means that you can plant G2 instead of default. So you can kind of plant over towards here, and it's harder for them to hit util. Basically just means that you have a lot more options when you're planning.
But I have to say as well,
so
this half right now has
again, I can draw them on the map. Right, G2 becomes very viable as a plant with the Sage, that's here. Then you can also Fnatic. So with the G2 one, you wall like this. With Fnatic, you normally wall like this. And then without them, you have still just a normal 2 in terms of default. Anywhere around here or top side.
And instantly punish the first head-to-head we really see between DJ's and Saya when they both have ops.
I was going to say, did Saya have an op to do this? I guess so.
Yeah.
Because it's too passive.
No Sage for a res as well in terms of this one, so it could be a little bit rough. We're kind of close to 2 of these ults if they get the orb and potentially a kill. So QCK is first point of contact with res though, so. But MW0 has ult as well, so I think this is fine for these 2 players, super passive.
In the round was deafening.
So little tools here. They're going to need to rely on a flash to get through this wall or just wait for it to go out. But don't forget the tools. There wasn't that many ults used for FURIA. They still have the Hunter's Fury. And with this drone tag too, it might be impossible to escape. Zeta's tag. Here it comes.
Tagged up. He managed to avoid the first one, the second one, and the third. Maybe trouble. No.
Keep an eye on the time again. Been pretty hard for this team to plant.
DG's in still on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, they decide to plant. Fnatic. 3 people heaven.
3 pushing up that way, and only one falls. But Furia are able to keep him back. The spike's been played.
Oh, just not enough bullets for this one. 1v3 again. This one could be. I mean, actually, considering the positions, oh man, just the shots weren't there.
They do not land.
Tell you what though, chat, in terms of things, 5 rounds on attack with no stage, you take it.
5 lead at half.
Just relying on what worked at the beginning of the half ends up carrying them through. And T1 falling back into old habits too, with the Saya player up and no presence in mid.
Yeah, they're getting a lot for the dance, for sure.
It's stubbornness.
They're getting a lot of scans.
And sometimes
A little bit like the Liquid game, honestly.
Other times it does not. That was one of the instances where that was not the case. Let's throw it down to the desk to break down that first half. GB, take it away.
Oh boy, well, I tell you what, if there's one thing that you can always expect, at least when Furia is playing, is that they're going to give it everything they got no matter the circumstances.
I mean, Sage is great on this map, but
they did not want T1 to be able to take
it's normally where you struggle the most.
T1 for bringing this back and making an interesting game, though.
Yeah, they had a couple interesting rounds here. At the halftime, I was a giga doomer. I was like, no wall, no win. That was my philosophy here. But I think T1 did show some things that in some ways allowed them to have some success without that stage. Look at this round, for example. This is what I wanted to see from T1 earlier, where instead of greeting for plant when they go B, it's flashing through walls, using their jet to fight super deep. And the boast line here is fantastic. Get that Viper's pit down, keep players press forward.
Echoes and Doma, yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense for them. Let's see if they can see what they can do.
2 rounds that they managed to win out with those ideas. I liked breaking the turret with the updrafts in mid, but it still wasn't enough, because still those plants were being shut down.
Yeah, I mean, even going in, that you can't replicate that sort of round all the time because you're not going to have that. You're not going to have that Viper's pit all of the time. You're not going to have an empty site that you can just run into all the time. So definitely a little bit rough, but to have that scoreline, it's definitely a lot better than we might have anticipated for the side of T1. The question is, can they transition this over onto the defending side and still find success? Because somebody right now on Furia that is still looking very good is DGZin, and he's getting ready to go on the attack now as the Jet. We saw him just swinging out.
I mean, they were in some EMEA teams, but it's just like, again, no orgs to pick them up, so no salaries.
And now this is a composition where
and NA stacked. Like, there's a lot of talent in NA, they don't need to fly people over.
Some fiery plays on that attacking side. And my question for T1 again is how
I still think the Sen Fnatic game's worth watching. Fnatic played really well.
Struggled a little bit with some of those
but yeah, definitely a few things Sentinels can work on.
They have to be on point here because they won't have that stage for retakes.
Oh boy, looking at how this could potentially play out if we go to a map 3. Whew, I don't know if we're ready for that one here in Sao Paulo, but this crowd is on fire. As it stands right now, crazy. Furia is currently sitting with the lead, 2 rounds ahead, but T1 have showed that when they want to bring it back, they certainly can. Let's send it right back over to Doug and Balla. Take it away.
Thank you, GB. I mean, you saw it on your screens. You can hear it. They're even synchronized in their Thundersticks thing, man. Like, that's just so freaking cool. 7-5 lead for Furia here. After everything that went down, they were able to right the ship, get back to what worked, and maintain the lead. But now they're on attack, and it was Achilles who said,
"Okay, important pistol. Probably T. I mean, yeah, T1 might be needing this one. Oh boy!
Actually, some mid presence going in right there. Oh, talk about a head-to-head.
Did you see his cam after? That was sick.
Did you see the head nod?
Oh my
like, no,
yeah, I saw
not
the head
here.
nod.
Not in my house.
All up to Munchkin right now and Ben to hold off the site hit.
They've got numbers. They've got numbers. He's playing in the smoke.
That was nice. Looking like a good pistol for them.
And they plant deep
oh my goodness.
Oh, this looks like disaster.
Oh my. Shut down in terms of this pistol.
Round in favor of Furia. The crowd
really
only gets
nice.
louder and louder.
They roll through the pistol round.
Yeah, some shots were hit.
Potentially on their path now to roll into the second round.
So clean out from the scene. The positioning there is gorgeous. Putting himself in a spot where he can help his team deal with the early hits, and there it is, man.
That was legit mid.
Like, what are you doing?
Just straight after the jaw. That was literally what he did. Knife hits a lot.
Oh, up trapped as well.
Knife hits 3, so maybe heavy rotate after that. Keep an eye on the Killjoy because they might try and do something aggro with that info. What did we go for in terms of this?
I think he needs 2 kills here to get that
Dude,
online.
interesting buy. Guardian, Bulldog, Double Spectre.
Push back yellow. The
nice
flash. Yeah, Munchkin was the one who actually peeked. The molly's gonna hurt, but the swing hurts more.
Oh my goodness.
Another shot out as QCK cleans it up. It's just 2 that remain on the side of T1.
They did pretty good at cleaning this one up. Only 1 person has to rebuy armor, 1 person needs to rebuy guns. We do pick this up because there was a pistol.
Thought when you have a player to the caliber of DGZin's, feeling himself, pushing forward, taking these
2
fights
armors,
aggressively.
not too bad.
It's just so difficult to deal
So
with.
we're just gonna have 1.
Taking over the game too.
It's the Spectre afterwards. Okay.
Oh, he didn't keep it. I thought
Yeah, rough one for T1. They need to win this. Right, bonus. They need to win 2 in a row. Try and force FURIA over towards Eco. Double light armor might come into play with some of this.
No.
They had the money, but they choose to go for the Vandal
I guess
instead,
if this is
sure
long range headshot.
the wealth is a bit better distributed.
We got no ults out for a little bit.
This one.
Probably not this round.
It's so important for T1 to win the anti-bonus. Do not let this lead balloon to 5, because that's where we were headed before the round was awarded.
Okay.
And that was when they looked at their
That's a
weakest.
good start. Creating pressure over towards Kitchen pretty early on. There is a duel, yep.
And you're in danger of fully losing control.
Okay, so that's a nice start with that.
So many tools
Dude, what is going on with the jet?
Really nice here. Out from FURIA.
It's so weird that they're entering over towards the site and we have like a lurking jet.
Takes Ban down. Numbers in favor of
Oh
T1,
my goodness.
But they quickly
Okay, lurking jet's gonna get enabled. Res goes in as well. This is looking very doable.
They have site control and they've got
the Killjoy's down, and it's not looking like they're gonna expect this. Dude, the lurking jet.
And he's gone hunting yet again. 1 spotted, 1 dropped.
Oh my goodness, the 1-2 punch as well. This is brutal. This was T1's chance into this. Been absolutely wrecked.
Side player with too much to do and not enough time. At best, you save the Vandal and bring it into the next round.
Almost a must at this point.
I mean, you fully lost control of the situation. If you're T1 here.
A lot of people surviving as well. So FURIA, money's looking great. T1 has the eco. Their money can look even better after this one. Oh boy. Dude, how did they get over towards the site so easy?
Ban right there, showing the inexperience on land for him. It's his first time out here as well. There's so much to talk about the T1 roster, but looking at him specifically right now, not to expect that Sage to go on top of the wall to try to break instantly.
Yeah, and somehow that isn't the first time we've seen a lurking jet this tournament. Oh, what a shot though.
Pushing the pace, and Carpe cannot handle it.
The default's great at the moment.
Now
they're creating a lot of pressure. Midfield's really hard for them to deal with. That duel nearly went the other way. That's good information from the turret. We can see we're going over towards a... Yeah, T1 gonna have to have a really good buy next round. They kind of want some kills going into this, because otherwise we're just against so much econ. Oh, they baited this in as well. Mazin's good for 1, maybe? Yeah, Mazin's good for 1 hit.
Look at where Mazin is! I mean, they've got him all sorts of discombobulated.
And it's the star left in these situations over and over and over. And he's not able to do anything to help his team. It's just falling all apart around him. He went through the smoke. Jin just doesn't stop.
Oi! What the hell?
All right, so it turns out Sai is still really good at the game.
Holy hell.
But
give him a Marshall every round. Good damage. It had to happen. They did it.
Two rounds
Right.
away from this crowd
Last chance
erupting
ready for them.
again.
They do manage to get an op-out. They have some ults into this, so maybe, but...
This is just too clean for DigiZin. And Mazin. The double
DigiZin
flank.
is
I mean,
just
it's
causing
not even a
so
flank. That's the first
much
thing that's happening in the round. That's the first thing that T1 is
trouble in terms of middle.
needs to bring attention to. And there's just nothing there to try to
Like,
stop
they
it.
have
Not
to
a
shut
volley,
him
not a
down
recon,
top
nothing
tube.
to try to fight or help.
It's
And even in
too
that
much of a
case, when you're
nightmare.
giving
So
it up,
basically
give
what
it
they're
up.
doing is they put him top
Don't
tubes,
lose
they have a
bodies
recon
to
here,
it
and they
at
have
the
the
same
smoke
time.
here, so they have to worry about... They just have to
Aggression
worry
from
about
T1,
too
they've got
much,
the
and it's just
opposite
too hard for
hands. He
T1
doesn't
to deal
take the
with.
shot. Khalil
We
gets
do
through.
switch this up, going
I
for a
feel
straight
like
up
he takes that
5-person
shot 9 times
hit
out
over
of
towards
10.
A.
He's backing off as well, even though there's a drone here.
Oh,
They've given it up, all the
that
space.
is you're
Back to
crazy.
FURIA. Zeta has the tools potentially to flash through and peek, but he's not going to go for it. So much hesitation.
But they're fully giving up
Okay,
the site.
Exec goes in.
And there's a pit too.
Nice util. Damn, this was nice. Recon goes in. It didn't get shot.
Zeta's in trouble.
So they knew that
Zeta's
loads of these
dead.
areas are
This
free,
guy's
so,
got the
and
pit
then
too,
so
but Carpe
we just
trying to
ult
hold them
this so they
back.
can get over towards
Get the
site.
plan as
Is it
well,
1-for-1, but they're going to get the plant down. This is an important duel. Oh my god, needs to get that kill.
Ben continues to struggle.
Can they recover
But
over
can
towards
T1
site?
snatch
2
it
on
back
2
to
spikes down.
2v2? They still have to deal with the pit from Azine.
Oh, and he's up high too. This is so difficult, but the call's been made.
MW Zera has 2 shotguns to work with. He's gone aggressive.
Holy
They're going
hell.
for the jugular.
Okay,
they
well,
smell blood in the water.
Out of the
Kape
pit,
needs
too. They
this
can fully
somehow.
play this post plants. 2 shots for
Pretty
MW.
rough.
And Mazin, they're up in the nest.
Not a good plant for them though.
So much to deal with. He's got it down to a 1v1 though. Oh gosh, he's got
Oh.
it to a 1v1. Carpe's shot
No
was
time.
filthy.
No time.
No way.
Oh,
Oh, the heroics just a bit too late. Map point, series
yeah,
point,
they're all
Furia.
over them. They are all over them. That duel in middle was, yeah, decided a lot.
When T1
Timeout
looked
now,
like they had a
12-5.
chance in this game.
Damn.
When T1 looked like they came out of that round being awarded to them with new life, what they didn't expect was Furia to come out in the second half like absolute beasts.
Yeah,
And you
Carpe's
can see
looking a
it now
lot
they're
better.
playing. They're now scared.
The team itself though,
I've been scared for a few rounds, bro.
a little bit of
DigiZin is a
brutal.
monster.
Seven chances to close this one out, looking pretty good. I didn't see the ults, I'm not too sure about the ults, but yeah, T1 have a low buy into
T1
this.
taking the
They're all
timeout
around
here.
the 3-1-3, 3,200
On what
levels.
very well may be their last breath.
Better late than never for the timeout, I guess is what
the
I'll say,
crowd right
but
now
it's
is
like,
the loudest it's been
there wasn't too much of a
this entire
chance.
series.
I mean, since
Maybe
half, they
before
have
the
not
big
been
buy if
quiet.
they needed to switch something up.
They've really had no reason to be quiet.
Every round is electric. Every round. 1 round away for bringing the second Brazilian team
7 chances, like we said, to close
into
this
the
one out.
second round. Loud's already made it all the way through the top 4,
T1 looking to get their first round
but 2 out of 3 is
on
very
defense.
good.
I take those odds
Op
any day.
saved.
Out of region.
No, sorry,
MLBR
Op was
fell in
not
the
saved.
first round. Furia
Carpe,
now trying
Carpe's
to
been a
get
bit of a
little
hero
bit of
here.
revenge on Pacific.
No armor, and they managed to get the Op out. So Sire player feeling like the one to bring them back into this one.
Very nice knife there. Puts it in a position that's really impossible to clear.
2 people without armor.
Seen creeping forward, and he's by himself here.
MW's just jump spotting to see if Syed pushed this. He's done it before. We're going to have the head-to-head. Here's DigiZin against the drone. He's going to peek with it. Can he get the shots?
No
Just
shot. He
barely
gets
gets
this, right?
Oh, dude, no armor as well.
Yeah.
Could have been a kill. Nice, this is a kill. That was their big win condition coming into this.
Up close too.
Okay,
No,
are they going to go
this
fast
one,
with
but
that
the pressure's
reaction?
over
How
towards
many
A.
did he
And
see?
meanwhile,
I see
this
pings
one's
coming out,
unclear.
and they're
Watching
speeding
it
up,
right
so
now, I
must have
think
seen at
Mazin got
least
the
2,
info.
potentially
I think
3.
they conceal this
Nice
in such
recon
a way
going in
that you
again.
would think
No
everyone
one
else
shooting
is
it,
with
no
the
pressure
Viper,
over towards
and it's
site.
Jet by
Every single time they've
themselves,
been able
but
to
that's
run
the
over towards
opposite of
site.
what's
There's
true.
just been
They've
no
gotten
pressure
on A,
in
they've
this
gotten
bit of
the
the
wall
map
up,
at all,
and now
really.
they should be able to get the spike down.
Oh, and look how cautious Ban is this
Okay,
time.
well,
Of the
good luck
player
for
on
this
top of the wall.
retake.
That ball is not broken. He's waiting for his teammates to get there, but that is time.
Look
If
at the
Zeta
volleys on
gets
the
a
spike.
kill, it's an ult.
How do they
So
get through
maybe.
this? I don't know that they can,
Uh-oh.
but Munchkin's gonna do his damnedest. Kisake from up top, drops Zeta, pushes forward, aggressive as backside is
Damn,
gone.
good discipline.
2 left on the side.
Dude, good discipline. Look at him just holding.
Numbers in favor of FURIA as the crowd silences with bated breath as they wait to see how the round will end.
Really impressive from FURIA. That was great. I saw great stuff from them. I thought this was very nice. T1, a little bit worrying for them. Definitely some of their individuals didn't look like they were here. But yeah, in terms of FURIA,